Imagine this. Your body is like a well-oiled machine, built to last, designed to keep you moving, thinking, and living life to the fullest. But what happens when that machine starts drying out from the inside? Every cell, every organ, every function in your body depends on water. Yet most people over 60 are unknowingly walking around in a constant state of dehydration. Maybe you don't feel thirsty, maybe you assume you're drinking enough. But the truth is, chronic dehydration is silently stealing your health. Think about the problems you may already be facing. Memory lapses where you walk into a room and forget why, joint pain that makes every movement a struggle, digestive issues like constipation and bloating, fatigue that lingers no matter how much you rest, and thinning, brittle hair that falls out more than it should. You might think these are just signs of aging, but what if they weren't? What if something as simple as drinking water the right way could help restore your energy, sharpen your mind, ease your pain, and even slow down the aging process? The reality is, when your body lacks water, your blood thickens, circulation slows, and vital organs, your heart, your brain, your liver, begin to struggle. Your skin dries out, your muscles weaken, and your immune system becomes vulnerable. Even your bones, which seem solid and unchanging, start to deteriorate without proper hydration. The worst part? Many people don't even realize they are dehydrated until their body starts breaking down. This is not just about drinking water, it's about drinking it the right way, at the right time, in the right amounts. Because believe it or not, many people are drinking water in a way that actually harms their body rather than helps it. In the next few minutes, you're going to learn why water is the most overlooked key to longevity, how dehydration is quietly damaging your body from the inside out, and most importantly, how to properly hydrate in a way that keeps you strong, sharp, and vibrant for years to come. If you want to keep your health, your independence, and your quality of life, this is one thing you simply cannot ignore. Keep listening, because your future self will thank you. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for weekly health tips that can truly change your life. And tell me in the comments, have you noticed any changes in your health recently after this video? Now let's begin. I always ask people, how much water do you drink? And I often hear the same responses. I don't like water. If I drink too much, my feet swell. If I drink water, I'll be running to the bathroom all day. The last two answers tell me one thing: your body isn't absorbing the water properly. So how do we fix that? How do we ensure that the water actually gets inside the cells where it belongs? Let's be clear. We know that oxygen is the single most essential element for life. Without it, even the healthiest person wouldn't survive more than 3 minutes. Water comes next. A human body can't last more than a few weeks without it. But here's something most people don't realize. Just drinking water isn't enough. If the water you drink isn't properly absorbed at the cellular level, your body remains dehydrated, no matter how much you consume. That's where the third most vital element for life comes in: sodium. And right behind it, the fourth, potassium. These two minerals don't just flavor your food, they act as gatekeepers, controlling how water moves in and out of every cell in your body. Without the right balance between them, water stays outside the cells, leading to swelling, high blood pressure, and improper hydration. So if you've ever felt like drinking water just makes you run to the bathroom or causes your feet to swell, the real issue isn't the water itself, it's how your body is processing it. In nature, the richest source of sodium is seawater, which contains 92 different minerals. Of those, nearly half, about 50%, is chloride. When seawater evaporates, sodium and chloride are the first to crystallize. And what does mankind do? He scrapes up those first crystals, bleaches them until they're stark white, and then adds aluminum to prevent clumping. The result: ordinary table salt, the kind you'll find in nearly every home in America. But here's what most people don't realize. Table salt is a dangerous form of salt. When stripped down to just sodium chloride, it becomes an aggressive, imbalanced substance. If you were to inject pure sodium chloride directly into your bloodstream, you wouldn't survive. Why? Because in its natural state, sodium needs all of its companion minerals, those other 90 elements found in seawater, to remain safe and beneficial for the body. Inside your cells, sodium plays a critical role. Every single cell in your body is surrounded by a delicate bilayered membrane that houses sodium-potassium pumps, tiny but powerful mechanisms responsible for maintaining the balance between these two minerals. When your diet is rich in fresh fruits and vegetables, you naturally get enough potassium to keep things in harmony. But what happens when that balance is disrupted? Think about a typical American diet. Fast food, processed snacks, canned soups, and restaurant meals. Nearly everything is loaded with refined table salt. Meanwhile, many people over 60 aren't eating nearly enough fresh produce, the primary source of potassium. The result? Sodium levels in the body skyrocket, while potassium levels plummet. This imbalance creates a dangerous chain reaction. Sodium levels inside the cell begin to rise, which should never happen, and the cell swells. What is that called? High blood pressure. The doctor isn't wrong when they say to cut back on salt, but the problem isn't salt itself. The problem is the wrong kind of salt. A French doctor named Dr. Lalongre wrote an entire book about salt. His approach was surprising. When patients came to him with high blood pressure, he didn't tell them to eliminate salt. Instead, he put them on Celtic salt. Why? Because Celtic salt is a hand-harvested sea salt that retains 82 essential minerals in perfect balance, just as nature intended. Now, what about Himalayan salt? In many places, it's more accessible and it does contain around 75 minerals, making it a much better choice than table salt. However, Celtic salt holds an advantage. It contains 3 forms of magnesium: magnesium chloride, magnesium bromide, and magnesium sulfate. Magnesium is a water-attracting molecule, which is why Celtic salt tends to be naturally moist, especially in humid weather. This unique ability of magnesium to draw in water is what makes Celtic salt such a powerful tool in ensuring that water actually enters your cells. Without proper sodium-potassium balance, your body may struggle to stay hydrated no matter how much water you drink. I recommend Celtic salt as a natural solution for high blood pressure, as it contains 82 essential minerals. Unlike Himalayan salt, which lacks certain forms of magnesium, Celtic salt provides a broader spectrum of minerals that help draw water into the cells, improving hydration at a cellular level. When using Celtic salt, simply take a small crystal and place it on your tongue. Some might ask, how big should the crystal be? If you have high blood pressure, start small, about the size of a sesame seed. If you don't, you can take a bit more, perhaps 2 or 3 tiny crystals. The moment it touches your tongue, your mucous membranes begin absorbing the minerals. The magnesium is quickly delivered to your cell membranes, and when you follow it with a glass of water, that magnesium pulls the water directly into your cells. This is the fastest way to hydrate your body. The only instance when drinking large amounts of water can become problematic is when a person consumes excessive water without the necessary minerals to help their body absorb it. I've had people come to me and say, "I don't understand. I've been drinking more water than ever, but now I'm running to the bathroom all day long." And I ask them, "Are you taking the salt?" If they say no, I tell them, "Take a small crystal before every glass of water and you'll see a difference." Ideally, we should be drinking about 8 glasses of water a day, but it's important to space them out. I always remind people, don't gulp down an entire glass at once. If you flood your body with too much water too quickly, it won't stay. It will simply pass right through. Imagine watering a garden. Have you ever noticed how rain falls? It comes gently, drop by drop, soaking into the earth. But when a storm arrives, bringing torrential downpours, the soil can't absorb it fast enough, leading to erosion, runoff, and even flooding. Your body is no different. It thrives on steady, gradual hydration, not sudden, overwhelming surges. Many people who complain about excessive urination after increasing their water intake often overlook one simple factor: they aren't balancing their hydration with Celtic salt. The key is to drink water throughout the day in small amounts while adding a tiny bit of salt before each glass. This method ensures proper hydration and prevents excessive fluid loss. And here's something most people don't realize: refined table salt is so harsh that it can actually kill your taste buds. Have you ever seen people who shake salt onto their food before even tasting it? They've become so desensitized to flavor that they need more and more just to notice a difference. It's no wonder their taste buds weaken over time, but Celtic salt is different. Because it contains a full spectrum of minerals, it enhances the natural flavor of food rather than overpowering it. Just this morning, I made red lentils and a few people asked me, "What's in this? Is there chicken in here?" I laughed and told them no, but I understood why they asked. The dish was so rich and flavorful that they assumed it must have been made with meat. But all it contained was a little olive oil, fresh Italian herbs, a touch of turmeric, and of course, Celtic salt. That's all it takes to bring out deep, natural flavors in food. Sodium plays a crucial role in the body, not only in helping glucose enter the bloodstream, but also in ensuring that water reaches your cells. It is the third most essential element for life. You can find this fact in any anatomy, physiology, chemistry, or biology book. I'm not just giving you theories, I'm giving you facts. Water is critical, but without salt, its benefits are incomplete. And don't forget magnesium, which plays a vital role as well. It's found abundantly in fresh fruits and vegetables, helping to maintain balance and keep your body functioning at its best. But magnesium doesn't just waltz into your cells on its own, it needs vitamin D to unlock the door. When vitamin D is present, magnesium is pulled inside, fueling essential bodily functions. But now picture this. Across America, a silent health crisis is unfolding. People aren't drinking enough water, they're avoiding natural salt, and they're barely touching leafy greens, the very foods rich in magnesium. So the little water they do drink? It's not getting inside the cells where it's needed most. And then there's the fear of the sun. Stay out of the sun or you'll get skin cancer, they've been told, so they cover up, stay indoors, and slather on sunscreen. But by doing so, they're robbing themselves of vitamin D, the very nutrient that helps magnesium and other minerals enter the cells. Without it, essential nutrients remain locked out, and that's not all. Determined to lose weight, they've bought into the biggest nutritional myth of the century: fat makes you fat. So they cut out fats entirely, believing that avoiding butter, olive oil, and nuts will help them shed pounds. Instead, they fill their plates with carbohydrates, thinking it's the healthier choice. But here's what they don't realize. Fat isn't just fuel, it's the very thing that tells your body, "I'm full." Without healthy fats, the body never gets that satisfaction signal, so they snack endlessly, finishing off entire bags of potato chips, polishing off whole boxes of cookies, always reaching for more. Why am I still hungry? They wonder, not realizing it's their own diet setting them up for failure. Protein, fiber, and healthy fats work together to create fullness, but without them, the hunger never stops. So now they're stuck in a vicious cycle, dehydrated, lacking minerals, starved of vitamin D, and consuming a diet that keeps their blood sugars swinging wildly. The body senses the crisis and asks, "What are we going to do?" Because remember, this is the command center of the human body. What are we going to do? And the body, in desperation, pulls out its last trick. It forces nutrients into the cells whether they're ready or not. This is when blood pressure starts to rise. It's the body's survival mechanism, a last-ditch effort to push essential elements into cells that should have absorbed them naturally. High blood pressure isn't just about salt. It can be a direct result of dehydration, mineral deficiencies, low magnesium, vitamin D depletion, excessive carbohydrates, and a sedentary lifestyle. It's not just one thing, it's everything working together, creating a perfect storm. And dehydration, it doesn't stop there. It affects nearly every system in the body. Some people assume a dry mouth is the only sign, but too much saliva can also indicate dehydration. When the body doesn't get enough water, it shifts into crisis mode, rationing its remaining supply through a process called drought management. So how much water do we actually lose in a day? Let's break it down. Through urination, we lose about 1.5 quarts of water daily. The skin releases another 0.5 quarts. The colon absorbs and excretes roughly 0.3 quarts, and the lungs expel around 0.2 quarts. That means on average the body loses at least 2 quarts of water per day, the equivalent of 8 cups. And unlike a car, we don't have a built-in reserve tank. The only way to replace what we lose is by drinking enough water. Dr. Feridun Batmanghelidj, a pioneering researcher on hydration, discovered something remarkable. When the body doesn't get enough water, it triggers a drought response. The body releases histamine, a chemical designed to manage water shortages, and that's just the beginning of the chain reaction. But if someone has an allergic reaction, what do they usually take? Antihistamines. But did you know that the most powerful natural antihistamine is simply water? Every day, our bodies lose a significant amount of water, even more so with activities like sauna use or exercise. And yet, most people, especially as they get older, are unknowingly walking around in a constant state of dehydration. The effects of this aren't just feeling thirsty, they're far more serious than that. Proper hydration isn't just about quenching thirst, it's about keeping your body functioning, preventing unnecessary histamine release, and maintaining overall health. When dehydration sets in, the body prioritizes where to pull water from to maintain essential functions. The first place it draws from is the stomach lining. The stomach has a thick mucosal layer that protects it from the acid needed to break down food. But as dehydration worsens, that protective layer thins out. Within this mucosal lining is sodium bicarbonate, which helps neutralize excess stomach acid and shields against ulcers. So what happens when the stomach lining is compromised? Stomach acid, instead of staying contained where it belongs, starts breaking down the tissue itself, leading to painful ulcers. The digestive process starts the moment you see food or begin chewing. The stomach releases hydrochloric acid, a critical component of digestion. This acid doesn't just break down food, it also serves as a natural disinfectant, killing off harmful bacteria, fungi, and yeast that enter through food and drink. But here's the problem: if you drink water at the wrong time, like right before or during a meal, you're diluting this acid, making it far less effective. That's when bacteria like Helicobacter pylori thrive. Instead of being destroyed by stomach acid, they multiply, causing damage to the stomach lining. Many people suffering from H. pylori infections don't realize that one of the best ways to combat it isn't just medication, but restoring proper stomach acid levels, which requires hydration at the right times. Dr. Batmanghelidj, known as Dr. B, was a pioneer in understanding how dehydration affects the gastrointestinal system. He discovered that dehydration doesn't just impact the stomach, it extends all the way to the pancreas. The pancreas plays a crucial role in digestion and blood sugar regulation, releasing 2 key hormones, insulin and glucagon, to maintain glucose balance. But when the body is dehydrated, these hormones aren't produced efficiently. Over time, this can contribute to insulin resistance, making dehydration a hidden but significant factor in diabetes. The pancreas also produces enzymes to finalize digestion. Pancreatic lipase breaks down fats, pancreatic amylase processes starches, and trypsin and chymotrypsin complete protein digestion. All of these enzymes are water-dependent. Without adequate hydration, digestion slows down, leading to bloating, indigestion, and nutrient malabsorption. It's not just about what you eat, it's about how well your body can actually use what you eat. Beyond digestion, dehydration wreaks havoc on the brain. Brain cells shrink when deprived of water, leading to headaches, brain fog, and even mood instability. Ever noticed how you feel irritable or struggle to concentrate when you haven't had enough water? That's because dehydration affects neurotransmitters, leading to negative thought patterns and sluggish cognitive function. Every movement we make relies on water. The fluid surrounding every joint in the body is called synovial fluid, and it is 99% water. When the body is dehydrated, it pulls water from these reserves to maintain blood volume, leaving joints stiff and achy. Many people diagnosed with arthritis may actually just be suffering from chronic dehydration. Similarly, our eyes require hydration to function smoothly. The eyeball moves within a layer of fluid, and when dehydration occurs, vision can become strained or blurry. Even breathing is affected by water intake. The lungs rely on hydration to facilitate proper gas exchange. The lower parts of the lungs contain tiny air sacs called alveoli, which look like little clusters of grapes. Each alveolus is surrounded by capillaries, where oxygen enters the bloodstream and carbon dioxide is expelled. These air sacs require a minuscule droplet of water to collapse properly when we exhale, allowing fresh oxygen to be drawn in with each breath. But when we're dehydrated, this mechanism weakens, reducing oxygen intake and making it harder to breathe deeply. Water also plays a vital role in circulation. When the body lacks water, blood thickens, making it harder for the heart to pump and for the kidneys to filter. Thick, dehydrated blood forces the heart to work harder, increasing the risk of high blood pressure and kidney strain. Proper hydration keeps the blood fluid, allowing it to circulate easily and deliver oxygen and nutrients efficiently. At every level, water is essential. It lubricates, detoxifies, protects, and sustains every part of the body. And yet, so many people neglect this simple, life-sustaining element, believing they're drinking enough, when in reality their bodies are suffering from chronic dehydration. After all, you've worked hard all your life, built a family, a home, and a lifetime of memories. But now, as the years pass, your body isn't as resilient as it once was. You wake up feeling stiff, your energy fades quicker, and the smallest aches linger longer than they should. The truth is, many of these struggles aren't just because of aging. They're warnings, signals from your body pleading for water. Imagine watching a once strong tree begin to wither, its leaves dry and brittle, its roots struggling to draw in nutrients. That's what happens inside your body when it's chronically dehydrated. Your joints, once smooth and flexible, start grinding painfully. Your heart, which has beaten tirelessly for decades, now struggles to pump thickened blood through your veins. Your brain, the command center of your body, slows down, making you forget names, misplace keys, or lose your train of thought mid-sentence. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to change this. Drinking water the right way is one of the simplest yet most powerful things you can do to protect your health, maintain your independence, and keep your body strong for years to come. The key isn't just drinking more, it's drinking smarter, ensuring that your body absorbs the water it so desperately needs. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't let dehydration steal your vitality, your mobility, or your precious time with your loved ones. Take control of your health today. Start by drinking the right amount of water at the right times with the right balance of minerals. Your future self will thank you. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Have you ever noticed signs of dehydration in your body? Like this video, subscribe to our channel for more health tips that could change your life, and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Because your best years aren't behind you, they're still ahead, waiting for you to live them fully.